Well, today is June 6th, 2025. I'd like to follow up on a recent post where I discussed the hypothesis that Joe Biden was replaced by at least a double or a series of doubles sometime in between his time serving as vice president under Obama and the time he was elected president. I didn't even touch upon the obvious. The obvious factors are his looks. Clearly a different skull structure, bone structure, different facial features. Clearly not the same man. All you have to do is look at him. I didn't even start with the obvious because I figured everybody could tell the difference just by looking at him. You know, it wasn't even a very good double or series of doubles. But to extrapolate upon that, there are those, myself included, who believe that there are multiple Donald Trumps. Ooh, you're crazy. You must be drunk. Well, not yet, but the morning is young. But I'm certain that there are multiple Donald Trumps. I've counted at least 3. You got one Donald Trump that you see at all the rallies. That guy is a fine actor. He gets out there and gives a performance. But he's a bit chubbier. He's shorter. When he stands next to Melania or other people, you can tell. Then there's the Donald Trump who's leaner and sharper. You can tell by the way he speaks, by the language he uses, by the tone that he carries. That's the real Donald Trump, in my opinion. We see him every so often, but usually it's the fat guy who seems to have an unnatural love affair with that shit-stained country in the Middle East that keeps stealing all our money and attacking our ships like the USS Liberty and conducting false flag attacks against us. And yet somehow Congress keeps sending them money for genocide. Oh yeah, that's right. Congress is a bunch of whores. They sold out long ago. They don't give a shit about you and me. They just want their money from their lobbyist pals in the banking industry and big business. Money, 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 money. The best government that money can buy. The United States of America. But there's a third Donald Trump who's out there who's got the white bags under his eyes. Looks like he's been in a suntan booth too long. All you gotta do is look at the pictures. There's so many pictures out there. So there are at least 3 Donald Trumps. There were multiple Joe Bidens. Now let's take that a step further. What about Vladimir Putin? Here's another guy. Those 3 guys right there, Biden, Trump, Putin. I've been watching these guys for decades. Watching them on TV. Even with Putin, I've watched speeches that he's given. I've seen him over the years. And that is not the same man. No amount of plastic surgery would change that. I really like the current Putin. Whatever he represents in Russia, I think he represents Russian interests, and he comes across, he or his controllers come across as very smart, very patient, very capable. Whereas the United States right now, we look like a bunch of buffoons. And why is that? Well, it comes down to Gaza. Genocide in Gaza that no one wants to fund except the lunatics. So they're playing their games. Meanwhile, the financial system is collapsing. The United States has lost its moral position. It's lost its ethical position. It's lost its economic position. This could all be turned around with a little bit of honesty, but when you got a bunch of fake actors pretending to be something they're not, well, there has to be a reckoning. I hope it comes soon. We still have something left to salvage. Cheers.